Hey all, welcome back. And in this one, I wanted to just introduce you to the concept of Streamlit custom components. So Streamlit on its own can do a lot, right? We've seen that you can use widgets to make new inputs. You can display plotly charts. You can even display data frames. But so custom components are something that was introduced in, I think it was 2020 when it was first introduced. So, I mean, like it says, this can extend what's possible in Streamlit. It says that they're Python modules. So, the way that the structure of these actually work is that they are Python modules, but they make calls to components that you can write using React and TypeScript. So that gives it a lot more of the interactivity that you're looking for. So there are a lot of components that are already built by the community. So you can go to the component gallery to view that. And you see you have all of these ones that you can choose from. You have different categories down here. So new large language models, for displaying charts, for connections, etc. So what we're going to do though is we're going to look at this one right here, which is AgGrid, which if I go back for a sec, you see that this is also the one that they recommend kind of starting out with. And this is because this is an incredibly useful one for if you have a data frame or if you have tabular data that you want to display. It just makes it a lot more interactive to see. So if you scroll down in this README, you see a little demo GIF that they have there. I'll try to zoom in a little bit on that. And so that kind of shows you, like you see, you have this table here, and then it automatically creates the charts down here, which we're going to utilize some of this in what we're doing. So this is based on this AgGrid right here, which is another project that there's actually an enterprise component to it as well. There's also a community tier that's free. So by default, you're on the community tier. I believe if you want to, I haven't tried this out, you can. There is a way with the docs to use enterprise features, which give you even more feature like filtering columns that are like of a certain value, like gender or something like that. So anyway, this is what we're going to take advantage of. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to actually install the packages, or the package. This was on the docs. So pip-env install Streamlit AgGrid. I skipped that wrong the first time. Okay. Yeah, that took a while for some reason. We can fix that in editing. So, AgGrid. Great, my interpreter is already picking that up. That's pretty cool. Okay, and you see what we can import here. So that actually reminds me, if your interpreter does not pick that up, what you can do is hit, I'm on Windows, so Control-Shift-P, and then select your editor, and then you can select, see, it gives you like all the Python packages that you have set up here, and you can pick whichever one applies to you. Okay, great. So we have that, so now we can go ahead and hover over that and everything. So what I'm thinking is, you know how we're displaying the raw data in a data frame? What we can do is we can just use AgGrid, AgGrid. I'm not sure the best way to pronounce it to actually view this. So let's just call that. And all we have to pass here is just the data frame. That's it. Alright, now pip env, run dev. Here it is. Give that a quick refresh. And go down here. And there you have it. That's already really nice. So this thing's already got some pretty cool stuff associated with it just out of the box. So if we click on any column, we can assort it, ascending, descending. We can have it return back to normal. You can see it's got like a cool little animation with it as well, which is nice. Out of the box, by default, this will add a filter only to numeric columns. So if we go to age and say we want everyone less than 50, or let's go less than 30, then you can see it automatically filtered just as we were typing it. So now we can take a look. We can see that the youngest are 18. The oldest in this category are 29. So that's what we have for that. So this is pretty neat out of the box. I did want to show you that there is a little bug that I had discovered with it. So I'm going to just copy this guy to my clipboard. And okay, so before what we had was the expander. So if we just do AgGrid like this and refresh, so if we bring it back over, you'll see that when we pull out the expander, okay, it is appearing there this time, which is strange. This is part of the strangest of the bug. Now if we refresh the page, click the expander, see, we don't see anything, which is kind of a strange thing that I've noticed with this, and I haven't really figured out why. So what I'm gonna do for this then is I will change this into a toggle feature. And so this isn't going to be a with statement anymore. This is going to be an if statement, right? Because st.toggle, that returns a boolean. So if we put in that thing and then just bring this thing back over, give the page a little refresh, and raw data, and we click that, and now we have the actual data set here. So we can just toggle this, same thing, right? Alright, so that is all I want to show you in this one, was just how we can actually use this component, and you can use this idea to get other components into your app to enhance how it looks. In the next one, I'm going to expand on this a little bit and do some stuff like we'll add some additional filters, we'll put in some pagination, and it'll just be great. So thanks for watching.